So, I don't know what's going on, but everything feels so much more cartoony and weird.
Oh yeah, we're doing the Kitty0706 video today. What do people usually think of when they talk about nostalgic content on YouTube? Some people say they're Annoying Orange, or Fred, or some people even say the older H3 videos. Some people say Smosh, and yeah, they'd be right. But I think someone who had a great influence in a potential community is someone I'm nostalgic for. Someone who I felt did what he wanted to do and did it in such a good way that he became a figurehead for that community. The person I'm talking about is named Kitty0706. In the beginning, Elliot was just like most YouTubers that start out, a gamer.
What a fucking African American!
Kitty started out making gameplay and glitch type videos of a game called True Crime, I think. Yeah, it's called True Crime. There were nothing too special, just gameplay with no real commentary. Fairly normal content for what was a 13-year-old at that time. What was really interesting, however, was one series that he established from the very beginning. True Crime Criminal Justice was a 3-part series that he did on his channel. It really didn't have a coherent plot, but this series would be a glimpse into what he would do later in the future with his layer machinimas. Later on, Elliot started making YouTube poops along with other gameplay content. Many of these YTPs mostly consisted of content from Zelda's CDI games and the Sonic Sat-Am show.
Ping as usual, I see.
With these YTPs, however, he would often splice in a couple more true crime machinimas. At this point, Elliot's channel started to grow an audience. Soon enough, he was somewhat known in some circles. Around 2008, Elliot uploaded GMod Poop GMod vs Barney, and this would be the proto GMod machinimas that he would get popular for. Of course, they weren't anything to write home about, but they were the catalyst of something that would eventually become a staple. Before anything that would resemble a modern GMod machinima came about, Elliot experimented with GMod and started putting out more videos with him fucking around in it. One of the series that he made was called Project Resistance, a type of hardcore Henry type movie that was set in the Half-Life universe. It wasn't until the Random Tales of G-Man that we finally got to see what would be the proto version of what Elliot would become. Elliot making the Random Tales of G-Man was what got him noticed in the GMod machinima community. So of course, his next course was to keep up with the content. After the Random Tales of G-Man, he continued to make all kinds of content that would be in GMod. The Eagle and the Apple was one series that took after the old Project Resistance series he did a while back. Around 2009, Elliot produced the extensive GMod machinima Left for Farts, which stands at 2 million views.
Over here. Your mama is gay.
I like to call this video the video that would basically introduce the world to how Elliot actually likes his stuff. You see, a cornerstone in his content is the random humor and totally insane humor that he would like to do. The overall stories in these machinimas would be almost non-existent except for a few exceptions, but the humor would be what drives the video. His humor, from what I can see, might be inspired by shows such as Ed and Eddie and Ren and Stimpy, which is the reason why most GMod machinimas seem almost nonsensical. It was also during this time that Elliot got to make friends and work with many people in the GMod machinima community, such as Dad's Bullshit. One of his most lauded and praised series during this time was the Elliot series. The basic concept behind this series was the tales of his semi-biographical character Elliot dealing with his daily life like school, field trips, and Obama. But his magnum opus didn't come out until 2012, and that was Team Fabulous 2 was and still is the best GMod machinima to ever come out. It's not simply because it showcased his mastery in GMod, but also introduced very innovative techniques when it comes to making these types of videos. The fast-paced nature of the video and complete insanity just ends up making the entire video a grand showcase of Elliot's evolution in the art of video editing as a whole. Elliot was on the highlight, until Team Fabulous brought a lot of attention to Elliot and his channel. Everything seemed just perfect, except it was revealed in Kitty TV that Elliot had revealed something very grave to his audience. Elliot told his audience that he was diagnosed with all leukemia. Elliot had revealed that he was diagnosed after he went to the doctor for a stomach ache, and unfortunately it turned out to be something way more drastic.
It started out as like a minor stomach problem, I would say. Like I wasn't really eating much, and some my friends and my family took notice. I put my head down because my stomach was just killing me. God, it hurt so bad. And my teacher noticed, and you know, he tried talking to me. He's like, "Hey, what's wrong?" And I said, "I don't know, my stomach just hurts." And he's like, "Okay, well." And it turns out my white blood cell count was actually skyrocketing. It was at oh my god, I forgot how high it was, but it was like off the charts, the doctor said.
According to some of the people Elliot had worked with, the illness itself didn't really matter much to Elliot. He just wanted to make videos, but he couldn't do it because he was stuck in the hospital all the time. During this time, however, Elliot had made Elliot Goes to Camping, the last episode in the series, as well as GTA 4 machinimas. And one last GMod machinima known as Creed Enter the Anus. It was also during this time that Elliot had uploaded, in my opinion, his greatest creation, the GMod Bible of Kitty0706. This video is just a big tutorial for how he makes his GMod videos, and I have to say that this video is pretty simple and actually very helpful, not only in the case of GMod but also in editing and other aspects of video making. Despite my avatar being a Half-Life 2 ragdoll, I don't really make GMod machinimas anymore, but I still use a lot of the tips in the videos such as stereo mix, his recording tips, and his editing tips. It's almost like a Jedi Master hanging down his holocron or some shit to his Padawan before he becomes one with the Force. After the string of machinimas and helpful content, Elliot did come back with another update and actually revealed that his cancer had gone to remission and that he will be around a lot more in order to create videos. This sadly didn't happen, because it was revealed that Elliot's cancer came out of remission, and this time, they couldn't do much to quell the disease. He unfortunately passed away around January 2016. How else do I exactly even end the video? It seems really weird to look back at the events of Elliot's entire saga. It just seems like it was yesterday I ended up seeing Creed for the first time. For me personally, Elliot, or his real name being Colin, was one of my inspirations. Despite me not doing the same things he did inspire me to create my own little thing without restraint. And even though I look back on those creations and find them very, very stupid, I'm still proud of them, and I'm glad that Kate was one of the reasons I did them. Not only me, but for others. Without this guy, I feel that a lot of GMod machinima YouTubers that are still out there, despite falling out of popularity, wouldn't be where they are today. I think that Elliot's mere presence will have a lasting effect not only on YouTube, but through whatever those people he inspires creates. I guess in a sort of roundabout way, Elliot is still around and alive. There will probably always be pieces of him scattered throughout the creations of many. I know that even to this day that Elliot has had an inspiration on me, and I know that his work will always affect mine. And with the legacy he left, Elliot is far from being gone.